Hey guys, it's Yana here once again doing yet another toy review, and today, by looking at the title you should know what comes up next unless you don't understand the English language, which I find amusing, and yeah. So, today we're reviewing Imitation Ultraman Dyna. Yes, I finally got the figure. It took some searching and a lot of bargaining, and it wasn't that fun trying to get this guy, but I finally got the original figure that isn't like a mod, of my Miracle type figure. So happy me. I didn't modify my Miracle type was really good anyway. So there's no point in modifying this guy, and this is just to show you I didn't mod it. So yeah, Imitation Ultraman Dyna. It was released in the 1998 Ultra Hero series as an EX figure, and I bought this figure at the secondhand store without a box, without a tag, and it was pretty used. But after just a tiny bit of repainting with some silver paint, it looked really good. So yeah. First, let's get on to detail. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So you can see there's some bigger detail on this guy. The paint job is basically where it really stands out. The black paint looks really sharp with the gold, and yeah, it looks really fake. It looks like fake Dyna. So yeah, Imitation Ultraman Dyna looks great in this part. The arms could be molded differently. They don't line up on both sides with the gold marking. If you line it up at the front, it will line up on the back. So, and the arms, they're protruding out at different angles, so that looks really weird. And the waist works pretty fine with both sides, and yeah, there's a bump sculpted on there that's missing over here. I'm not gonna nitpick about that because that's just gross, and the pointed heels looks terrible. They just look terrible, they don't differ too much from the real feet. I mean, they just have a tiny bit of, movement upwards, and, that doesn't make any sense to me. It should be, like, really pointed and everything, so, but, what can you do? This figure looks absolutely fantastic, and I really don't care about that much. So, yeah. Next, articulation. Articulation, you should know by now, 3 points, the arms, rotor 360. But unfortunately, it can't hold up its classic pose when it's going fighting or something like that. And the torso rotates, but it's really stiff on this figure. Considering it's made of soft vinyl, it's really stiff. So yeah, that's that. That's paint job and detail. Next, let's go to scaling. According to GAA.wikipedia.com in the Ultraman Dyna Monster Series section, he's 55 meters tall, so it's compared to Ultraman Dyna, who's also 55 meters tall. This doesn't work at all. Imitation Dyna should be a lot taller than what he is right now. I mean, I'm holding him up a lot above the air. So if the vinyl figures don't work, then probably the Ultra doesn't work either. But I'll take it out of the box, and the box was really damaged during transport, but during transport back to the States. And of course, it doesn't work very well either. Even with Dyna's knees bent a bit, it doesn't match up very well. Dyna has to bend down really much a lot to actually stimulate the fact that Imitation Dyna is the same size as Ultraman Dyna. Plus, the scope is not as sharp on the crystal over here, so yeah, that's classical old figure style. With Ultraman Dyna, it doesn't work, but with Monsterger, it looks really good. Monsterger, which is Monsterger 2, it's 67 meters tall. Normal one's 65. I didn't make a Monsterger 2 figure, but I can make like a custom head pad for his brain case. But the two look really well together. They look really well together. They work, they work side by side, and they can't simulate the, you can't make the clip where he's getting choked and everything. So yeah. Sizing is average on this figure, and lastly, history. I'm gonna start rambling a lot, so let's go. Imitation Dyna is a form taken by Greg Origin to challenge Ultraman Dyna to a duel, but without attracting attention to himself from the Earthlings, who will think that he's like an invader and trying to kill him while he's having a duel with their hero and everything. So he decides to take a form of Dyna, and the form doesn't really look that good anyway. So yeah, it's fake. He captured a monster from planet Neuron. He brought it here and choked it to death just to show Dyna how powerful he is. Then he left. Then he attacked Asuka in his human form and challenged him to a duel after he tried to kill him but failed. So Asuka accepts the duel and they fight. Dyna and Flash type proves to be nothing to Imitation Dyna and gets beaten down really bad. It was kind of sad, Imitation Dyna was like totally ponying Ultraman Dyna, which means he's a lot more powerful than Evil T over here. And finally, it was when Ultraman Dyna changed into Strong Type and smashed. Went like a cross counterattack, like a fist duel, and punched him in the face. He punched him in the shoulder. His face, broke in half, and then he turned into his real form, Greg Origin, and Greg Origin, realized that Ultraman Dyna is so powerful because he has a lot of friends, and decides that, I understand what you mean now, so bye-bye, and he leaves. And that's the history of Imitation Dyna. It's, real short compared to my other histories, but whatever. So yeah, that's the review. The figure sculpt is pretty good. Paint job is really good as well. Articulation's mediocre on this figure, except that's all you can do with it. Scaling is relatively nice, and not with the Ultra Heroes though, but and this guy is really good. I haven't seen him anywhere else other than Yahoo Japan auctions, and yeah. So this figure gets a 4.9 out of from me. The size range could be better, but it's not that bad of a figure. If you can find it, definitely pick it up with Terranoid. Definitely, you need Terranoid, and yeah. So Terranoid is just for the fanboys. You don't need. This is definitely not a piece for like any ordinary collection. You can just mod something for it, but. It's definitely a nice figure. A lot of rambling done here, and yeah. Overall, 4.9 out of 5. This is Yai9 signing out, and we'll have Monsterger over here, and because he killed Monsterger, and yeah. So this is Yai9 signing out.